Hey guys, Double R with you today. It's June the 1st, 20 after 3, and back working on the trunk pan, still continuing with the welding, and so far not too bad, still got a long way to go. Let me show you the car. Went ahead and got this driver's side rail done. Didn't turn out too bad. There was a few of them that cratered on me and gave me a little bit of trouble. That one right there, I built it up just like I did on the other side, where I put it right there in that bend. This one's got a slight low spot to it, right in here. But for the most part, though, I've been checking it with a straight edge, and for the most part, I mean, I believe it's going to be okay. Got this other side ready to go. From there to about right there. That usually takes me, this other side took about an hour. Just taking my time with it. Okay, YouTube, I got the trunk pan welded to the frame rails. The passenger side frame rails seemed like it went a little bit easier, but both of them's welded in. Let's take a look at it. Anyway, that's what's going on. It'll take me a little break. It's coming up on 5 o'clock here, and take me a little break. Then I'm gonna come out here and actually start grinding on those plug welds, and I'm sure some of them will have to be touched up. Maybe there'll be a few voids or something, but I'm gonna start grinding on that, and that'll probably do it for this evening. But later on in the week, I'm gonna try. Still got to do the butt welding up there at the shock tower, and I got to do the wheelhouse where the trunk pan comes around the wheelhouses. So anyway, when I get some more progress, I'll bring you guys back. Thanks. Hey YouTube, it's June the 4th. It's late, about 20 to 11 tonight. I've been out here tonight grinding on this trunk pan. I actually been out here several evenings this week, and just trying to get all these plug welds ground down, and man, it was a bunch. I didn't realize it was going to be that much, but I think I had said minimum grinding. Minimum grinding. There wasn't nothing minimum about it. It was a lot, and I still got a long way to go. But I thought I had wasted my money when I bought this tool. You guys remember I was thinking about buying it so I could get up inside the deck filler panel on this repair. I could get it up in there and do some sanding. And it came with 2 belts, and they didn't really last long. So I got to using it on the bottom of the car, on the inner frame rail. The trunk pan is actually, you know, it's got that dish in it where it drops down, and then you've got your rail here. So you got a pretty good reach in there to get to those bottom sides of the plug welds. And this thing come in really handy. This is a 13-inch by 3/8 belt, and I had a little trouble finding the belts, but I found them on eBay, and I was able to get them out of Tennessee, so I got them today. I got 25 of them. So I've got one of them loaded on the tool, but I got 25 of those for 20 bucks. Felt like that was pretty good, and I've used this one quite a bit tonight. The belts don't seem to last too long, but I think the secret is slow speeds and not to let it get hot. So you just really have to take your time with it. But I mean, for reaching up, let's get under the car here and I'll show you. For reaching up inside this frame rail, it come in real handy. There was a couple times I had to twist it to the side. It's still a little tight even with it, but I mean, it just worked really well. And I would have been in trouble without it. So this come in real handy. Frame rails turned out looking really good. Pretty happy with them. And I positioned my plug welds to where the factory spot weld is actually still there on the frame rail. So I don't know how this is going to look once I get it all painted, but I'm hoping it will be very difficult to tell there's been a pan put in the car. Back up on the top, it turned out really well. This rail right here is probably, the driver's side is probably the best. It actually feels really good. I've got a little low spot right here on this one. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. And coming down through it, I mean, it's got just a tad bit of a valley, not much. I mean, not even a 16th. This passenger side, I did get a little bit of a valley right here coming down, and then it's going to need a skim coat. It's about a 16th of an inch. This is the worst spot of it. This way's fine. A little low right there, like I said, that's the worst spot right there. Just probably from right where my thumb is, right over to the end of that ruler, we'll probably get a skim coat of filler down it. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. But like I said, I still got a long way to go. I've got to weld these inner fender wells, and then I've got to weld the trunk pan to the original trunk pan up there. Same thing over there. That one's going to be a little difficult. I got a little bit more of a gap there than I really wanted. I'm really liking the trouble light there. I really like that. It's come in pretty handy for this work, and like I said, I've been using these, and those things will burn you up. And I've even dropped this a few times and it seems like it's okay. I may go to the show in the fall, and if the guy is set up there, I may go ahead and get another one of these pieces for it. I really like that light. Here's the front of the pan. It turned out really well. You can still see the plug welds where they're located at. You can still see where there's a few places here, I guess, where the heat shrunk it in just a little bit. But there's some of them you can't tell where they're at. And I didn't want to get too crazy and grinding and weaken the structure. So it's gonna get a skim coat anyway. That's gonna be about it. I'm about exhausted, I know that. So a lot of grinding. So anyway, it's coming up on 11. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Get in the house and clean up and get ready for work. So anyway, we'll have some more progress. I'll bring you guys back. Thanks.